I'm here now with Adam Fayers for our next interview for Brooke on the Street. Hi Adam, how are you?
Hey, I'm really well. How are you?
I'm fine. Now you've recently changed your role, but only very slightly. Tell the listeners a little bit about what you do, because a lot of people might not know, but some of them might. Is it a sync consultant, is that right?
Yeah, well, there's a few things. So one of them is a sync music consultant. So I do like music licensing and selection for adverts. I've also started a music publishing company as well. So that takes up a lot of time.
So just like that, you just started up a music publishing company. I mean, is that an easy thing to do? Can you just do that overnight?
No, I wouldn't recommend it. But I've been working in publishing for a long time, and was presented an opportunity, so I took it, basically.
So how did you start your career in music generally? I mean, were you always into music? Were you a musician at any point, or are you a musician at the moment?
Yeah, so years ago, even back to school, I was in a band, and then after school we all went to uni, and then after uni we sort of made a go at it. So we ended up releasing a couple of records and touring for a few years, and then I sort of fell into the music business side of it, and sort of worked my way up to where I am now, basically.
So is this like the more official business type side of music? I mean, are you still enjoying it as much as you ever did?
Oh yeah, totally. I still play occasionally now, and I find the business enjoyable, in that I get to work with music every day, and you don't really, get that in other industries where you get to work with something that you love so much, so closely, So I really enjoy it.
So you recently worked for Global, which was a huge company. What was it like working for such a huge media company? I mean, was it exciting as much as lots of young people now want to go into a music career? Is it an exciting thing to be part of something so huge? Because Global are part of a huge entity and take care of so many parts of the media industry. Is it exciting to be part of that?
Yeah, definitely. I think it gives you a sort of real insight into how everything works, and how it all links into each other. There's a very sort of polished side to that, because obviously there's lots of money behind it. But yeah, it was great. I enjoyed my time there, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my time at Global. So sorry, I've sort of gone off on a tangent.
That's okay. No, not at all. Not at all. It's nice to see that you're enjoying what you're doing, which is really important, I think, for anybody in any career. Now, lots of young people out there following so many great artists, one in particular being Ed Sheeran, but he's recently just been noted for in fact, being a copycat, I think we call him. Is he a copycat? I mean, he's obviously copied in some way. We believe he possibly might have copied some melodies of other people, not naming any names right now, but do you think it's possible to write a song that is very similar to somebody else's by coincidence, or do you think that Ed Sheeran actually copied these tracks?
No, I think it can be coincidence. All the music that you grew up listening to, and even songs just around you on the radio and stuff, they're going to get into your head, and just be in the back of your mind, I think. So although you can be inspired by them, it might not be on purpose, and I think that was the case with Ed. Although he did the right thing, didn't he? He gave some of the publishing to the original writers. Is that right?
But in doing so, do you think that's his way of admitting to what he's done, or do you think that he's just done that to make his life easier? What do you think the reason is?
Well, I think he's got loads and loads of cash, obviously. So for him to give some of his rights over to someone else to make his life a bit easier, going through legal disputes isn't fun for anyone, I think. And I think it was easier for him to just credit the people who had come to him and said, look, that's our melody or whatever. Sort of acknowledge that he might have been inspired from this track. Like, it's hard to say, but I think he did the right thing. I don't think it was on purpose, and I think he's at a stage in his career now where he can sort of give over a bit of cash, and it's not a massive deal,
Well, he's certainly an admirable character, even for a lot of young people. I think despite everything that's happened, he's a great inspiration to lots of young people out there anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
And definitely marketing and PR has helped to make his career soar. And there's other artists just similar to like Stormzy as well that have done really well out of PR and marketing. I mean, you know a lot about this in the industry that you're in. How important is it, really? Do you think it's more important than being a talented artist, in fact? Is the PR and marketing more important than anything?
I think it all goes hand in hand. Like, I do think you need to be talented, depending on the act that you are and the music that you're making. Like, the talent is the basis, and then you build upon that, and you can do that with PR or however you want to do it. Like, I think Stormzy, obviously, is very talented, but also he came at just the right time. Like, if you notice the resurgence of grime now, like, it's been around for years. Like, the first wave was probably 10, maybe even 15 years ago, and it sort of just came back on this wave, and he hit at the right time, I think. But also he's very talented. He's a talented guy.
Well, you do deal with a lot of sort of great emerging artists as well. Is there anybody at the moment now that we should be looking out for? Anyone perhaps that you've worked with or that you know of that are coming out on the scene at the moment?
Yeah, there's a band called Superorganism. I suggest you
Superorganism. That is a name. What kind of music is that?
They're really great. They're an 8-piece from all over the world. The singer is a 17-year-old Japanese girl, but the music they make is mad. It's like Gorillaz meets the Avalanches meets Flaming Lips. Like, it's really cool.
It's interesting that you should mention the Gorillaz, because we soon have Angel Silveria on, who's also supporting Stormzy up at the O2, and she's also supporting the Gorillaz, actually. So that'd be interesting for her. Perhaps she should be looking out for them, or perhaps she knows about them already. Now,
yeah, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, with so many changes out there in the current music industry, what do you think now, being right in the heart of the industry yourself, what do you think young people have to look forward to as far as the music industry is concerned, as far as platforms for music are concerned? What else is going to be out there, do you think, in the future? So say, for example, we've got social media out there already. It's already out there. We know there's so much of it. Is there any new types of social media now that artists are using to get themselves known?
Yeah.
What do you know about this already out there?
Well, I think VR is going to come into play a bit more, but I think I might have already talked about that before. But also,
VR,
just like the way technology is progressing. So, like, I don't know if you saw Royal Blood did this thing with Samsung. Sorry, there's a helicopter over my head.
I have to hear that, sorry.
Yeah, it's a helipad on my roof, don't worry.
That sounds very swanky.
So the way Samsung did the 360-degree live show with Royal Blood, which you could view on Facebook. Like, I don't know if you saw that, but it's worth checking out. Just, I think more sort of brand partnerships, especially with tech brands, that can sort of lift artists to the next level. I think you'll be seeing a lot more of that.
What, like endorsement?
Like, it's already really prominent, but...
Do you mean like endorsement partnerships?
Sort of, more like just brands helping artists. Like, it wouldn't be a traditional endorsement as such, but like brands funding artists to do things that they wouldn't be able to do otherwise. Like that 360-degree show, that would have cost a lot of money. And it would have been something that Samsung invested in on behalf of Royal Blood. Like, obviously Samsung would have got something out of it, and that they get the exposure as Samsung, but I really think it helped.
Adam, you've given us more. Adam, you've given us more than enough time. Thank you very much for all of your opinions and your comments as well on the music industry, current and past and future. Thank you so much
problem.
for giving us your thoughts. And we'll look forward to hearing from you again another time. Thank you very much.
Cool.
Thank
Nice
you.
one. Thank you.
Bye.